Hello, Guzzin affiliates and associates, and welcome to your Week 10 NFL Fantasy Football Recap. My name is Michael the Sleek Greek Hadjipanos, and I'm here to break down everything that happened in Week 10, and we're going to get started with everything that was notable right into this segment. Here we go. Welcome back, Guzzin affiliates, and we are going to break down the notable moments that happened in the NFL this week, and I want to start off at the top. Jonathan Taylor, the GOAT, my guy JT, 244 rushing yards, I believe about 280 from scrimmage, 3 touchdowns, and a clutch overtime win in Berlin. Crazy game, really excited for the Colts, now 8-2, and MVP right here, right? That's my guess, MVP. But speaking of MVP candidate, Matthew Stafford had himself a game. 4 touchdowns, routed the 49ers. Great there. Love to see him balling out. But God forbid he takes MVP candidacy from JT. Then I'll have to kill him. But other than that, he had a great game. Go Colts, by the way. Just go Colts. Have to say it every time. Other news, Garrett Wilson out with injury. Knee sprain, I believe, but he's out at least 4 weeks. Probably going to be put on IR. That's going to hurt someone. I think Ariana has him in the fantasy league. So, keep that in mind. That's IR. That's, way out there. Maybe a playoff team is looking to trade. Trade deadline, November 26th, I believe. So keep that in mind. But, Garrett Wilson out on IR. Next, possibly the worst game in NFL history. The Broncos versus the Raiders. Just trash, tragic, all around. Just absolute terrible. 10-7. And you're going to say, hey, well, the Eagles and the Green Bay Packers played Monday night, and they had a 10-7 game. That was also pretty bad, but at least that was good defense. I mean, this was just bad after bad after bad. Tragic game, but Broncos won. They're doing really well, so something to keep that in mind. Jahmyr Gibbs balled out with 3 touchdowns as well. Large runs, big guy. It's not the only thing big about him, dude. He's swangin' peen. So congrats to Jahmyr Gibbs on balling out there. Wonderful game. And then last but not least, Aaron Rodgers. Did I say Rodgers? Washers. Aaron is washed. Aaron Rodgers is just garbage. Steelers, garbage. Easily could have ran away with the division with Lamar out. You had Joe Burrow, a.k.a. Joe Cool, out. You have the Browns being the Browns. Steelers could have had this, and you got Tomlin and Rodgers tanking mid-season. So, yeah, what a wonderful, wonderful division that is that AFC division right there. I believe it's the AFC North. Don't quote me on that, but all you Ravens fans know. Aaron Rodgers is washed. Aaron Washers. That is the notable NFL moments, and we will get right in to your NFL fantasy football recap for Week 10. And we are back with your Week 10 fantasy football recap, and we're going to kick things off here right at the top, as we do always. Deacon Johns played the Justin Tucker Loves Nautilus squad. Doria versus Dimitri, the DVD of the week. It was 142 to 129. Wonderful performances all around. Doria's team single-handedly carried by Jonathan Taylor with 48.1 points and Jahmyr Gibbs with 36.7. Those guys literally were at half the squad's points, a little over half the squad's points, and everyone else did a little below average. So the Deacon Johns really clutched up there, and really tough for Dimitri because he actually had a wonderful performance, one of the best of the year for him, 129 points, and everyone did great for him. So really tragic L there. I do want to say Dimitri did text me early in the week that he had the steal of the century, and Big Mevis, a.k.a. the new kicker for the Rams, he said, I got this. Watch this. Put up 6 points, all extra points. So just happened to have one of the best performances for touchdowns for the Rams. Not that good for field goal kicker, but hopefully he has a better week after this. 129 points is tough to lose by when you face 142. But congratulations to the Deacon Johns, 5-5, currently securing that 4th playoff spot. So keep that in mind. We're going to look at this. A lot of 4 and 6s, 5 and 5s. What that last playoff spot is clearly there. Even some 6 and 4s that might even fall out of there. That being Will, but we'll get into that. The next game, this one was the game of the week. And we'll talk about it a little more later, but Lads Lackeys takes on the G's, George and Georgia, and Lads being Jordan, 115 to 85.9. It's official, guys. L-Watch is over. Jordan has his first win of the season in week 10. Congratulations, Jordan. You did it. Just took you 10 weeks, but you did it. So 115 to 85. His team finally showed up all together all at once. Would have still lost to a lot of teams out here this week. Just happened to playing the G's, who just fell on their face. I mean, even Stafford with 4 touchdowns, 26.9 points. I mean, that's not really going to do it for you in fantasy. Yeah, Lads Lackeys, first dub of the season. The G's are slowly falling out of playoff contention. They're currently in 9th place. Technically lost to 10th place. So what does that say there? The back-to-backs, can they somehow rally by the end of the season and get some dubs? Trades need to happen for that to happen, and I'm saying it right here and now. I will make a whole new section for this presentation for trades, and I will go absolutely buck wild. So let's see that happen. I know a bunch of people need action and trying to make the playoffs, trying to solidify their playoff run, trying to fill in a gap, fill in a hole that's missing. And everyone knows it is the best feeling in the world to fill in those holes. So there you go, Lads Lackeys. Congratulations there. We'll get back into that segment a little later and talk about it. But then we had next Steph and Steven versus Vin Ezekiel Elliott. And what a good game there, 103 to 129. Vin Ezekiel Elliott, a.k.a. Vanessa, is putting on a clinic. I call her out one week, she loses. The next weeks, she has not lost since, and she's been crushing it. I'm telling you, man, Vanessa is looking sketchy out there. So be ready to face her in the playoffs. She is 7-3. Got a good feeling she's going to make it. A high percentage in terms of chances. So we're looking good there. So yeah, Vanessa takes the dub there, 129 to 103. Great performances from both teams. Just not enough with 103. Next, this is the one thing that I feel like I can say every week. I probably should just make it an automatic thing to assume. CD's Nuts, 114.84 versus Vice Commish, Ariana Minas, and Team Edley, a.k.a. CD's Nuts, 114 to 69.5, completely destroyed. It was a tough game to watch. Even CD's Nuts really struggled point-wise, but 114 is good. It's not honestly the best score here. I mean, it loses to a lot of people. It just happens to be playing the worst score of the week. I mean, this team is the luckiest team in the world, not to mention how good they are in general. So it's either luck or skill, and either way, they're going to win. So, yeah, Vice Commish, everyone kind of failed Ariana and the team there. I mean, Jared Goff, Denver, Ashton Genty, pretty solid numbers. Everything else like zeros. You had DJ Moore getting 0. Like I said, Garrett Wilson's out. I mean, 0 dud, just L's after L. So, yeah, that was a tough loss there for Vice Commish. But CD's Nuts in first place. I believe that secured their playoff spot. They're, I believe, officially locked in. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on anything. I mean, honestly, unless you're quoting me saying some crazy thing like, I am the sexiest human being in the world, then you can quote me. I did say that about myself, and the Colts are the best team in the NFL. You can quote me there, too. And then last but not least, we got Kirk Guzzins, a.k.a. John, versus his brother Will, a.k.a. This is our Hadge, this is our team, we bleed blue. I love that song, so thank you, Will, for changing your name to that. 143.2 to 118, and John, with not only one of the biggest dubs he could have to stay in playoff contention, but man, he had the top score of the week, barely beating out Deacon Johns. That was a close Monday night game to watch Devonta Smith almost take out John, but John, congratulations on taking out the high score and also beating Will, who had a great performance too. I mean, Devon Achane, 37.5 points, and Kyron Williams, 21.4. That's solid from running backs. Your team just steps up and you're winning it. 118 is great. You just played John, who had a tremendous game across the board. Every position stepped up. So congratulations there, John. And we're going to kick you into our next segment. But there we go. There's your Week 10 Fantasy Football Recap. All right, welcome back. And before we get into all the fun chit-chatty bits and the stuff I really want to talk about, let's quickly break down the waiver wire pickups for Week 10. And this week, there are no shoulda, coulda, wouldas, or woulda, coulda, shouldas, or whatever you want to call it, because I'm filming this early, and we don't know what the waiver wire looks like yet. So while you have time to put in some waiver wire requests, let me tell you what's out there. We got Juwan Jennings. He's put up some solid numbers, a touchdown this week, solid points. His highest projection right now on the waiver wire that isn't a quarterback. Juwan Jennings, man, if you need some depth, pick him up. He's not a bad store to have. He did put up a 48 bomb last year, I believe, or 45. I had him on my bench. It was tragic. But yeah, Juwan Jennings, love the guy. Next, backup running back for the Steelers, Kenneth Gainwell. If Warren ever goes out for the Steelers, automatic fill-in, automatic RB1. So Kenneth Gainwell, if you need a solid depth guy, keep him in your thoughts and prayers, or keep him in your lineup, whatever you want to do. Next, Dalton Schultz, tight end. He's putting up some solid numbers, getting a lot of targets. I think almost double-digit targets the last 3 weeks. Solid guy there. And last but not least, are the Patriots fully back? Because, man, they are killing it, dude. Like, Slade, Baker, and the Bucks. I mean, like, this team is putting up solid numbers. You got basically Tom Brady reincarnated, Drake May. And the Patriots defense is doing pretty solid. So if you need a defense, if you got a team on bye and you need a filler, pick up the Patriots defense. And like I said, we don't know what the waiver wire will look like this week. Maybe some crazy drops. Keep that in mind too. Always check the waiver wire to see if you got your pickups, but then see what else was dropped for it. And if it's value, don't forget to pick it up. One man's trash is another man's treasure. And my treasure is these next segments. All right, welcome back, Guzzin affiliates, and I'm excited to bring you some of my next segments. We got a lot to talk about, a lot of details to go over. And let's start off with the highest scorer of Week 10. I'm honored to bring you the first time on the podium, Kirk Guzzins, a.k.a. John Mav. Congratulations, John. A much-deserved win, 143 points, takes it over the top, and you get your $5 filet, baby. So congratulations there. When TSG News goes to John for a quote, this is what John had to say. And honestly, a little shocking of a call out, but hey, there's some beef in the league and we got to take it up, take it up the top, baby. So here's the top guy saying, I may be 4-6, but at least I'm not 1-9. I'd hate to be that guy. And here I got a picture of that guy. Looks a lot like Jordan. A lot of similar actions they've done in their careers too. So yeah, I mean, we got a 4-6 calling out a 1-9. That's fun, man. I'd like to see that beef. Let's see if they can set some trades against each other and one kick them out of the playoffs, or see if John can take it to the playoffs and tell Jordan to go, hey, kick dust, bitch. So yeah, there you go. Best team of Week 10 is Kirk Guzzins. Congratulations there. And let's get into our next segment. Now, for all of you who've stuck with us since Week 5, I'd like to sadly announce, and it's with a heavy heart I say, that L-Watch is over. Yes, Jordan won, unfortunately. And so while he cheers, the rest of us mourn, as L-Watch, one of the league's best and most watched segments, comes to an end. And I say that, but there is a chance that we are back next week. L-Watch may continue, and though it won't be Jordan, it could shockingly be the G's. Now, the G's have been on a 4-game losing streak, and so if Dimitri can take down the G's next week, he puts them firmly in L-Watch. And that could be the playoff chances of a three-peat going down the drain if they make it to L-Watch next week. So we'll keep that in mind, and for now, let's mourn what once was L-Watch. Congratulations, I guess, Jordan. Thanks for ruining one of the best segments on this goddamn YouTube TV show. And last but not least, for your Guzzin Affiliates Week 10 recap, I'm going to bring you in TSG News. And now it's back to being my favorite segment because L-Watch is over, unfortunately. But here we go. In TSG News, a couple things to break down. This week, Sam and I will be going to Phantom of the Opera. And that is a very exciting thing. Very excited to go. We'll be at the Hippodrome in Baltimore. So I'll give you a recap next week of how that show went, but it's something very exciting. I know she loves the show, and obviously I've come to love it because she sings it all the time, and what a great singer she is. So other than that, was able to finish the Rocky Run, the half marathon. So you can see here pictured, Sam and I both did the Rocky Run, completed it, all 13.1 miles, with very little damage afterwards, may I say so myself. And pictured here as well is Maria, who did the 5K, and Kuzi, who was a big support. So there we go. Congratulations to the other runners that were with us. Congratulations to Sam and Maria. And congratulations to myself as well. Hey, I did it, baby. And I know out there, I know Allie's running a marathon at some point, so good luck, Allie, in your training. It is a bitch running, and I hate it, so I don't know how you do it, but congratulations to you prepping for it. So that is in TSG news. One last thing is with a heavy heart. I have to bring it to, and this is a for real heavy heart, not a Jordan wins 1 week in heavy heart, but one of our pet guinea pigs, Mud Pie, little old Mud Pie, is unfortunately passed away. He's been sick for a couple months, and he was officially buried Sunday. So rest in peace, Mud Pie. Luckily, that whole day, I got to watch the Colts win in the morning, and that made my day too. So thank you, Mud Pie, and rest in peace, little guy. Anyways, I want to thank you all for joining me this week for Week 10's Guzzin Affiliates Recap. My name is Michael the Sleek Greek Hadjipanos, and I was honored to bring you this week's recap, and I look forward to bringing you next week's as we get into Week 11, and we got 3 more weeks after that until playoff season. So keep that in mind. Let's see some trades. Let's see some action. All right, Guzzin Affiliates, thanks for joining me this week. See you next week. Have a good evening.